Hey Sunday lovers, we like to experiment here at the Don't Touch My Sunday studios, and this week we're trying out a whole new format. Let us know what you think. This is an episode we recorded some time ago, and this episode is for the grounds folks.
Parents. Parents. I will say parents. If you're listening to this with your kids, please be aware there will be explicit content, and I'm talking about I'm going down. Welcome to episode 7 of Don't Touch My Sundays podcast. I'm Nadia Turner.
And I'm Cindy Martin.
This is part dos, the art of finesse. He's a comedian, actor, and now a podcaster. He's got his own podcast called Understand This, and he's a dear, dear friend of mine from way back in the day. So, without further ado, here's Finesse Mitchell.
Okay, so you have a segment called Lick, Lick, Look. Which was hilarious.
Lick, look. Oh, a
tell
joke
me about
that I do.
Yeah, the joke.
Well, the joke.
Where did that come from?
The joke just came from me. I've always, in my mind, wanted to be a dirty comic.
Okay.
I've always wanted to be a Red Fox. I've always wanted to be like the best Def Comedy Jam. Like I always want to tell dirty jokes.
Yeah.
And doing comedy in Miami, which is where I started. Sometimes to get people's attention in a certain club, you had to go blue. You know what I mean? And blue means you had to be dirty or, can't be too cutesy, you know? And so it was just me writing. I love to write. So I think that's my biggest talent, writing something funny. So I just told a story about, my boy calling me saying, yo, man, every time I go down on my girl, I don't remember nothing.
Oh.
And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I do her when it's her turn to do me. It'd be the next day. I wake up like, what the hell happened? And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
She drugging you? She doing the Cardi B? Like, what the hell going on?
Cardi B. I don't know what that is. Okay.
I think I looked that one up. The Cardi B. Okay.
All right.
So it was so the joke is I'm gonna come over, I'll hide in the closet, invite her over, y'all do what y'all do, let me see what's going on. And so the whole joke is basically every time he gets to the point where she's about to have an orgasm, she locks her legs around his head and he passes out.
Oh.
So she basically puts him to sleep. She puts him in a headlock.
Yeah.
And so
In a vaginal headlock.
right.
Yes.
So I said, yo, man, there's different techniques that you can do. And one of them is called lick, look.
Lock.
You got to look behind you.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
if you see the feet shaking,
Oh.
you got 7 seconds to get your head from in between her legs.
Did you time it? Did you time the 7 seconds?
And a
More or
couple
less,
times,
more or
you know
less.
what I'm saying? More or less.
Okay.
In my vast career of,
Comedy.
things.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the whole joke premise, and it was just going into how different people have different styles, and I think one style of the joke was the Beaver, how some dudes be like, like they concentrate, they right on there, and some dudes are more like, if you older, you more like the Cuckoo Clock, you just kind of like take your time with it, like a cuckoo.
No, I was laughing because I saw you actually in that segment. I remember seeing you like lose character. Like you were just like, you're trying to be all serious. You're just like cuckoo, cuckoo. And then he stays like this. He just starts laughing behind it. Like you just see him shaking, and I'm just like, oh, dude, he's lost it. Like his character is gone. But
yeah, that bit is on Kevin Hart's LOL comedy platform.
Yeah.
And so I just decided to do it. I was in Canada performing, and Kevin Hart brought like at least 50 comics to Canada to give them an opportunity to, perform on his platform. So awesome. Shout out to Kev, and I went, and he said, hey, if you in town, come through. And so I went through and I did like a 10-minute set.
getting hot in here in the Don't Touch My Sunday studios. And speaking of hot, we're talking about
downtown.
for both men and women and everyone in between.
His response was characteristically funny and so characteristically finesse.
Talking about Canada, did you know that oral sex was banned in Canada until 1969?
Why? Why would they do that?
Yeah, why?
Who knows?
That's an abomination.
I don't know, but BuzzFeed told us that.
That is true. We did find that.
We did.
That's a long drive to the States just to get head.
But I think some people would do that. Don't you think?
I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah.
I think that if there was a Canadian that followed that law, then they deserve to be unhappy. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. If you're actually saying, okay, we can be in a relationship, but the law says we can't, perform oral sex on each other, and you followed that law, then
I would have to move.
But
Right.
how would they even know? That's the thing.
No, I would move.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Why
How would they
are
know?
you following that law? Like, to me, that would be a girl just saying she doesn't want to do that. You know what I mean? So if she said, yeah, but the law is
That you're right. She just doesn't want to do it.
Wait a minute. I
You're
can't.
right.
I was about to, but the law.
And the law won.
Right. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I
So,
get it.
yeah.
You're onto something.
But I hope that's not the law now because,
No, it's not. It's past 1969.
But did you guys notice something though? The
What?
1969.
Yes. I don't know if that's actually a
Oh,
true
I didn't
fact.
care. Yeah.
You didn't get that?
I didn't
You
catch
think that was a coincidence?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
No?
Actually, I'm not sure about this fact. We're gonna have our researchers.
Listen, I
look
got
at
it on
that.
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed say it and it's real.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking for the PP tape for Trump.
Oh, I'm kind of waiting on that too. Sorry.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, the reason why this show came about was because there was an experience that happened to me that wasn't very favorable, where this guy was saying to me, he's like, "Hey baby, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna do all these things to you, and blah blah blah," and he ended up going down and doing a whole sort of thing.
Don't we
I'm
call
sorry.
that motorboating?
Yes, and it's awful.
It's called what?
Please
Motorboating?
do not,
What
men,
the-
do not ever do that, please. It's
That's-
awful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would a guy do that first?
I don't
of all?
know. Like who?
First of all, your red flag should have went up as soon as he said, "Hey baby, I'm gonna come over and treat you right." I would have been like, "I'm good. I'm good.
No.
I'm good, Shaft.
No.
Thank you very much."
That's true. Maybe I should have.
Oh God, your red
Come
flag
over there
should
and
have
treat
been-
you right.
He has a point.
That's
but
true.
I got to tell you, I mean, I've heard about men, motorboating breasts, like putting their face in
Right.
there, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But I just don't think the same thing goes for the
Yeah.
vagina.
I don't think I could walk like for a day after that. I was just
Oh.
like,
So you let him do that?
I didn't let him. He was already down there.
Meaning you didn't stop him.
I mean, I did eventually.
You made a choice, and the choice was motorboatorama.
Okay, then that for next time we know now. I thought it was something I'd never done before.
Can we
so-
toast to no motorboating?
Yes, please.
No motorboating. Okay, so Finesse has, told you that's an absolute no-no. And,
Okay.
yeah, he started off corny.
Yes.
Only
yes.
started off corny.
Corny doesn't get
Yeah.
better.
It doesn't.
Just gets corny.
So yeah, where are we at?
So, talking about oral sex, I mean, you're a relationship expert. I mean, would it be an issue if both partners didn't perform oral sex on each other? Or, I mean, I don't know. Is it like
No,
if
I
one
don't-
said
I don't-
no and then the other one said yes and blah blah blah? I don't know. Do you think that
As
is
a guy, I can say it's very important
Okay.
to
you know what I mean?
receive
To receive
and to give?
I know a lot of guys that don't give.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Really?
DJ Khaled said he don't give. You know?
Really?
Oh, actually, I know this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like
Wow.
there are some guys that don't give, and then some girls that don't mind. So I just
Yeah.
think it's all the individual, whatever you rock as a couple together, how y'all rock together. That's just how
Yeah.
y'all rock together.
I wanna rock
So it's not necessarily. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I was in the middle. I heard something in your tagline that just.
But yeah, so I don't think it's important if the two people in that particular relationship don't find it important.
Yeah.
Right.
But for me personally, yeah, it's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a girlfriend who doesn't like receiving. I know most women like receiving, I'd say. But I know one girl who doesn't particularly like it. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. It's the same.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with both of you. With you, I believe, Finesse, that it really is about the relationship you're in, you know, and who you're with and what's important to them. Because I've personally been in relationships where someone says, oh yeah, this is really important to me, and others that are like, oh, well, it's more important to do A and not B, or to give and not receive, and it just really depends.
I think the biggest thing is honesty. You can't say it's not a big deal to you and then a year later be like, yo, and she don't give head. You know what I mean? You can't.
And I think a lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, these are my own percentages where you know I've heard stories like from friends and family and just people that I meet randomly, and they'll say, yeah, I don't understand why he doesn't do that or she doesn't do that, and then I say, well, did you state from the beginning that this was very important to you?
Right.
So no, I agree. I agree.
And I think once you are at that point for the first time and second time of actually sleeping together for the first time, you know what I mean? It's very important to just. There's one thing about having sex in that first sex and you see how each other does it.
Yeah, because there's a chemistry.
There's a chemistry, and then there's a
something
mood, there's a vibe. You don't want to mess up that vibe with left, right, down, up. You know, I mean, you can, but it's that's what the person's gonna remember most when it's over.
Yeah.
So it's best to just see what each person is gonna do.
Like if you're physically compatible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But even if you're not, then that next day conversation or next evening conversation, not during sex, but laying on the couch watching TV, that's, hey, you know what I like? I like it when da-da-da-da-da and dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And you're not even in the moment, you're not having sex, but it's that honest conversation of this is what it takes to pleasure me and this is what I like, and what about you?
Yeah.
You know? And then it usually leads into, well, let's practice right now. Let's see if I get it right. You know what I mean? And then
Let's put this into effect.
Right.
Yeah.
But then that lightens the mood of the conversation. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
true.
And it's not so much like a critique or a criticism.
Or even a pressure. I think there's a pressure
Yeah, or-
that
yes,
happens when
there's
you're
a lot,
in that moment.
Right.
You're in that actual moment and you're like,
Right.
hey, well, I kind of like this. And
Right.
it's just like, now? You know, like,
Right.
like now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
Right.
And, you know, that person, whether it's a female or male, they automatically start to overthink, oh my gosh, well what if this, what if that,
Right.
what if I'm not doing this properly? You know, I mean, there's just...
And then here's another thing. Take your ego out of it. Because a lot of people have had sex partners before you. So it's not like you're saying, I like the way he or she did it to me.
Yeah.
You're just saying, this is what I found out I like.
Right.
Ooh, that's...
So
Yeah.
take the image of the person you might be picturing
Yeah.
and just listen to me and just, you know, perform what I like.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
Because I'm an expert, baby.
I know, motherfucker!
Mm,
You're an expert!
I'm
He an
Finesse
expert,
Mitchell in the
he an
house.
Expert. Okay.
They don't call it finesse for nothing.
Yeah, well.
No, but seriously, I come across, I mean, women and men, we have egos. So it's
Egos.
automatically, if you meet, if you're seeing someone who says, they like this, and then you automatically kind of go, well, who did he experience this with?
Right.
You automatically go to that place of who this person is,
Right.
Yeah.
what they,
And you know,
Yeah.
you're right.
and you know what guys, what women do? Women will immediately go to, wow, who's this person?
Exactly.
And dudes will be like, we take it,
Yeah.
and we
Right,
hold
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but then get on the
No,
phone.
I've been in a relationship before where I was sharing with him kind of what my positive sexual experiences were. And he was like, he was offended. Like he was mortifiably offended. I'm like, no, I'm no longer with that person. I no longer want to be with that person. But in the midst of that relationship, I discovered something about myself sexually
Right.
that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's exactly what you said. Remove the ego.
Absolutely.
Okay, So we are wrapping up here with you, Finesse.
Oh no.
I know.
Why?
It ain't over till it's over. Okay. But I want to thank you. We want to thank you so much for being here with us today. You are a blessing. You inspire me. You constantly inspire me daily.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you've been a dear friend to me, and we are beyond grateful that you were able to make today's show.
That's what
Thank
big
you.
brothers are for. Be that positive influence and an example of how to hustle in this grind.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Cindy,
California.
thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Nadia, always a pleasure. And you want to know something?
What?
Next time,
What?
don't call me on no Sunday.
Oh.
You get it? Don't mess with my Sunday. Don't mess with my Sunday.
Don't touch my Sunday. I won't touch his
Just
Sunday.
so our fans know, just so your fans know, how can they follow you? What's your social media?
You can find me on Instagram, Finesse Mitchell.
Double S.
Double S, Finesse, MITCHELL.
Double
and
L.
Facebook, Finesse Mitchell, and Twitter @Finesse Mitchell. And I am on Snapchat.
Are
But
you?
it's called The Finesse Mitch because I didn't know the words run out. And
Oh.
so I didn't.
I
get
didn't
to
know
it.
that either.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Or else I just would have said Finesse Mitchell. I don't know why I put the in there. So yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to
Well,
follow
we
you.
love you, Finesse.
Yes,
Love
we
you
love
too.
you. Thank you for joining us. Thank
and
you.
listen to my podcast, Understand This, coming soon.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope.
Hercules.
Finesse has donated 2 tickets to his show in LA. All you have to do is subscribe and give us a rating on Apple Podcasts, and you will automatically be entered into the drawing. We will announce the winner on Instagram.
Also, we love feedback. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Don't Touch My Sundays, or email us at don'ttouchmysundays@gmail.com.
Thank you guys for joining us this week. It's been a raunchiest episode today. But there's more where that came from. I'd like to thank my esteemed co-host, Cindy Martin.
Thank you. And thank you to my audio partner in crime, as always, Nadia Turner.
And we can never forget Mixmaster Mark. Hit it, Cindy.
For always making us sound
Wiki, wiki, wiki.
wiki, wiki, wiki.
And thank you.
Thank you, Nadia. No, thank you, Nadia, for writing, producing, and performing our theme tune.
You're welcome, darling.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see you all next
We
week.
out.
Don't touch my Sundays. Don't touch my Sundays if it ain't with you.